So to do this transmission shift kit, I brought it to my dad's house because he used to do this, and in here is just a bunch of black magic and voodoo that I don't understand, and it wasn't worth ruining it and me trying to fix it. So he's gonna show us how to do it. Yeah, he's gonna ruin it for us. So what is a shift kit? Like,
it's just a reprogramming for high performance, and it just basically from the factory they're calibrated to appease old ladies and grandpas that cry when it shifts too firm. So people like us modify them so they shift like they should from the factory.
So nice, firm instead of kind of sloppy.
Crisp. There's some guys who go to the track and all they want is they just want to live a quarter mile at a time. But in real world, you want it to, as a driver, be able to live. So.
And why is firmer shifts better for it to live longer?
Because they'll slip, and the surfaces of the clutches and the steels get so hot so quick that it breaks down the fluid, and it just will not live. So that's why you're trying to shorten that shift. So.
And so if it's slipping, is it like a manual transmission when you have too much power and a wore out clutch?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because these are this is what basically a wet clutch. So you have lots of clutches that get hot, and the more clutches are the better. But there's just a lot of surfaces that get hot, and I don't have any to show you. But yeah, you can warp steels. You can overheat it quick, and then they come apart, and then you have all these. You'll see when we get it apart, but there's lots of valves that get stuck with debris and metallic, and yeah. So.
Can I pull this off, or?
Yeah.
This is not the right side. Is that the new Milwaukee M18?
Yes. So that's a reusable gasket.
Oh, well, can we just use a new one, or is it worth it?
Actually, the pan looks pretty good.
Well, we did have it off. No, we didn't. I don't remember. Is this worth saving, or?
Yeah, it's way better than any piece of junk you're gonna buy. So.
I already bought a piece of junk. So, so this is the valve body.
The valve body. So this is your low reverse servo, and that comes on manual low and in reverse. Your shift solenoids. This is your force motor solenoid that controls your line pressure.
What's line pressure?
That is basically your blood pressure. Like if you go to the doctor, they check your blood pressure, and if it's too low or too high, a little tweak.
So you could just adjust that with a
I'm not going to show you how to adjust it, but yeah, you can adjust.
Industry secrets, trade secrets.
And it's in the shift kit. I just do this at your own risk. This is, performance application.
I mean, they've seen me cut my frame in half before, so I mean.
Yeah. It's just, don't say, well, that guy on YouTube did it. I can do it. You can do it, but when you raise line pressures, it can affect the longevity of your unit. So
raising line pressure, is that part of making it shift harder?
Yeah, because I mean, the calibrations on these are supposed to be a wide range, and rigs are different weights, different gear ratios. This is gonna.
So as far as this thing is currently set up, it thinks it's in a 4,000, 5,000 pound pickup truck, but in reality, with like 250 horsepower to the tire, but it's going to be in a 10,000 pound service truck with 800 horsepower.
Well, there are different. GM has a ton of different levels of valve body calibrations, different springs. They're tuned for certain vehicles, but they don't have one for every application.
So if this was behind, would these have been behind an 8.1, or would that all have been an Allison?
8.1s, yeah.
So would the valve body on an 8.1 be different than the valve body on a 6.0?
Yeah, yeah, because they're in diesels. They never. I guess they do put some behind like school buses and light duty, diesel, but they always ran Allison behind big dogs. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's different separator plates. There's just a wide variety of different applications, and the shift kit is kind of like how you fine tune it. So there are some things in here. We're not going to pull the pump out and modify the pump. There's a drain back hole we normally do drill out, but we're not doing that for not pulling the pump. So
I mean, do we really need to?
it's kind of nice. As the pumps wear, there's a lot of pressure that can build up and blow the seal out.
Should we do it, or do we need a gasket for
You'll
that?
have to have a gasket, a reseal kit. But I mean, I don't foresee this thing living too long. So when it needs a rebuild, then you can do it.
Well, I mean, we're here. Should I try to go get a seal kit, or if it was you, would you just leave it?
At this point, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm going to pull it out, I'm going to see some other things need to be replaced. So shift kit is a copyrighted term. Some manufacturer copyrighted that. So we're basically doing a reprogramming kit.
Can I pull all these?
So there's 2 bolts. I can't remember.
Are all the bolts the same length?
No, they're different, but there's 2 that I can just leave on, so we can leave this pressure switch manifold on. But I don't remember.
Is it?
Is what?
Oh,
Besides, you don't know how to use air tools.
true. What was that again? The little bracket thing?
So this is we used to call these the rooster comb. Don't know why they call it the rooster comb.
It looks like a rooster comb.
But here's your manual valve. So when you put this thing back on, you got to make sure that's lined up or you won't have any movement.
We'll edit that out. What the?
Pressure switch manifold. See how nasty it is? But I've had pretty good luck cleaning them.
I don't know what that. Oh, it's like some junk on the.
So that notifies the
O-rings.
transmission control module that which gear you're in.
Oh.
As
Wait,
it
where's
gets
the-
pressure, it throws a switch. So
But this is where you shift.
that's your manual lever. This is your parking pawl. That's what actually engages when you put it in park.
So that's the rooster comb thing. That it's for manual shifting.
But this, when you put it in park, like right here, and you roll like, a foot and it locks, this little pawl grabs this hub and keeps it from rolling down the street.
Oh, thanks, Paul. So this is where all the black magic and gypsy voodoo happens?
No, this is just, you can have a feed line, goes over here to this valve. It just, there's check balls in here. Here's your intermediate servo / accumulator. But yeah, this is where all the voodoo happens. This is your job. You get to scrape gaskets off.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it's marine.
So I pulled this. What's this thing called?
That's your accumulator body.
Pulled the accumulator body off, and now where'd the broken piece go? Yeah. So this is accumulator spring,
Yeah.
and I guess it broke. Was that like something noticeable you'd feel?
Not necessarily. I mean, in the old days they used to take the springs out, so the accumulator's bottomed out, and there's like no absorption of any pressures.
Do you know which one? Is one green on for a reason, or?
Yeah, they're different spring rates.
But
so.
do I have to remember where these are? Or
No, because
land them recording?
kids nowadays have a video you can look back at. In the old days, we had to write things down with a chisel and a hammer.
Right. Is that something you might have in a box somewhere?
I would think so.
Do you want these in the basket here?
Sure. So when you take that plate off, there's gonna be some.
This plate comes off?
Yeah. If you hold your mouth right, it'll come off in one piece. There we go.
There.
Every grain.
A lot of gypsy voodoo in there.
Yep. You got valves, springs, screens.
So stuff like this gasket coming off, is that where you make or break 20 bucks when you're working flat rate?
Yeah. Flat rate, they would just throw a whole nother unit in it.
Can I have a scraper?
If I got a scraper.
I didn't ask if you have one. I asked if I could have one.
Okay, so
Not the brass one?
the brass is for aluminum.
That sucks.
Is it scratching?
Oh, it's scratching. Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to scratch it. You also put heat to it. Get the heat gun right there to your left.
okay.
Try not to gouge.
I don't think it is it?
Here, you know, with some heat, this heat gun right there.
ETF is gross.
Well, you're not supposed to eat it. A couple of plugs. Heavy duty only, which I don't know that.
We'll be easy on it. You said they were doing something about the pump?
Yep. So, you want to do that now?
Other. All right, we're skipping steps 1 through 3, and we're going straight to step 4.
So step 4 says replace the pressure regulator valve. And the reverse boost valve and springs. Over time, this valve can wear the bore out, so they give you a new valve. So a lot of times they'll actually have a bigger valve here, so you have more pressure line rise.
So it's the reversed boost valve?
Oh, yeah, it helps in reverse. They kind of like to jump, boost stuff up, but it's not just, it's just a boost valve. It's not necessarily just reverse. But. Okay, snap ring pliers. This is where you get poked in the eye if you don't do this right.
Or it goes flying across the shop and you never see it again.
Yeah. A lot of times they give you a new snap ring, but I don't see one, so we'll make sure we don't lose that one across the shop. Oh.
Were those trucks ever called Blazers, or did we just call them Blazers and they were two-door Tahoe?
So the early, 92, 93.
So they were never called a Blazer.
Yeah, in the early 90s. Then they, I don't know, like 95 or 6, they started calling them Tahoes.
But in the early 90s, there was no four-door Tahoe. It was that or a Suburban.
Yeah, when it came out of the 4-door, that's when they started calling them all Tahoes. Sometimes you gotta use gravity as your friend.
Gravity usually is not my friend. Well, my experience. There's some stuff.
Yummy.
Is that what you were trying to pull out?
No, that's the servo for your intermediate band.
So we need a new one of these.
Find something close. Step 5, you get to drill the separator plate. C and D would be normal duty. A, B, C, and D would be party mode. So A and B are going to be 41, number 41, or 96 thousandths. C and D is going to be 76 thousandths and 41 thousandths. It came with drill bits, so it just keeps on running, except for that I just saw some gasket material in there.
I'll give you what you paid for it. About $9.
No, back in the day I paid like $39 for it.
And you guys got the shaft before the freights was really.
Yeah. You got this?
I'll do
I
it.
need to watch you?
Yeah, probably.
Dude, you're stepping in ATF. It's gonna.
These Crocs have seen worse.
Now you're gonna be getting ATF all over my damn shop.
ATF is good for you.
And that is exactly why I can't have nice things.
You haven't had nice things for a while. My Crocs are melting. People say that ATF will
Look
make.
at that.
You're telling me there was no ATF on here already?
No. Because I don't walk on a drain bench.
You left me no other choice. Think brake clean will melt Crocs?
I think ATF is gonna melt your Crocs.
Ooh, no, that's not good.
What's wrong with you?
You're yelling at me for getting ATF everywhere.
Yeah, all you had to do was not step in there. I told you don't. You're like, No, I don't just like to hear myself talk.
Oh, Lord knows I don't like hearing you talk.
Don't put. You're cleaning something that was on the floor and you put it on your transmission. Come on.
Put it on someone else's transmission. I've missed this. Okay. So this gets out here.
Just leave it. Get the separator plate. Start drilling.
What's this?
This plate, separator plate.
This thing?
That thing. The one you've been scrubbing on.
Okay. Put on like a piece of wood or?
No. Flip it over. It's orientation just like in the picture in the drawing. Your hand's all greasy?
It's from whatever was on my shoes.
Just give me the separator plate. So A, 96. I guess I should double check. This is what came in the kit.
Macaroni, the string.
So what we're doing here is we're drilling the separator plate. There's a map on the shift kit paperwork that shows you where to drill and what size hole to drill. And so there's 3 or 4 holes, and you just have to find where the hole is on the little map and then drill it to whatever size it says to drill it to.
Never the guy with my hands in my pockets. I don't really know what to do. It's kind of nice. What's that thing?
I believe it's the shift solenoid filter, feed filter. So these shift solenoids, if they get debris in them, they'll chew them up. So they put these screens in here. Well, the problem with that, sometimes the screens get plugged, and then the shift solenoid can't
Shift solenoid.
stroke the shift valve. So
Doesn't look the same.
yeah, I think they give you some plug to put in there too, maybe. I don't know. What are you doing?
It was all smeared over the side. I thought I was cleaning it up.
Okay, what's next on the list there?
What did we just do? Step 6? Plug legs, filter supplied, reuse the roll pin. 7 and 8. 8.
Okay.
Heavy duty towing only. Remove accumulator valve, bore end plug, and discard stock spring. Place white spring supplied on the valve and reinstall end plug.
Let me see that. No, that's not the white spring.
Is it not a white spring?
This is the old one.
The spring is white.
Yeah, that's
The white spring?
Yeah, this guy. So, all the way in the end there. It's happy to me. So these have a cool little notch in the back. Sometimes you can put a little screw in there and pull it out.
Remove accumulator valve, bore end, place white supply. If you're working on a late case of the wall location A, drill a 3/16 hole through a wall with the drill bit supplied. Drill location A on all late cases. This will also allow any gasket or plate to be used with this case. Place check balls as shown. Is this a late case?
If you look in the case here.
How do you do that without getting a bunch of bullcrappery in the son of a gun? Is this the wall?
Yeah, we'll go this way. So we're gonna have to like put some cardboard or something up, get the shot back. Also, some people use a giant magnet to pull these check balls off. Well, the problem with that is sometimes it magnetizes the ball and it'll stick to the separator plate.
Huh.
And that kind of affects.
Are you missing one, or you?
The instructions show 9, and I only see 8 we pulled out. So I marked them, so I'm gonna double check
You marked the ball?
the case where the balls
Oh.
were. Yeah, I can't mark the ball.
You're almost impressed. Eight balls out, 8 balls back in.
8-ball corner pocket.
I know this table's got a lean.
Also, you can also. This is the servo for the intermediate band.
That's what gives you park.
Nope. That's what gives you manual second. Because the intermediate clutches come on when you're going forward, but when you let off, the sprag lets it free roll. Well, this, if you put it down in manual second, it applies this band, and then it's manual braking as well. So when you manually shift, you get 2 items applying it going forward, but when you let off, this is the only thing slowing you down.
Is that red Loctite?
Yeah, little cherry juice in there. So if this was a fresh rebuild and like you had ran this through the parts washer, all your bolts would be dry. Well, you want to lube the threads so you'll get a false torque reading. So, nice little fun fact.
Aw, I missed you doing the speed handle thing. I wasn't even recording.
The old days, they had in the old 350s and 400s had a spring there. Okay.
I swear, if you give me one more back in my day story, I'm gonna flip out.
You young whippersnappers don't know how lucky you got it. I mean,
I think I'd have just got a manual transmission at that point. Probably could have figured that one out.
how did that come apart? Oh, you can just Google it now or YouTube it. The old days, you had to figure it out.
The old days being like 1993. You had Chilton books.
Not on every single model, every single vehicle.
Okay.
And the internet, yeah, when it first came out, you click on a page, and it would start to load one line at a time. Then you go make yourself a sandwich, eat the sandwich, come back, halfway done, go make kids something to eat, come back, still be loading.
Yeah, it's first thing tomorrow. I think it was just because you were buying the cheapest dial-up.
Well, let's just say AOL was
Is that your email account? Hotmail?
I wish. But now you guys do have it pretty lucky. All that information, we used to have to go to the library.
You'd go to a library to teach you how to put the transmission together?
No, if I had to look up something, because we couldn't afford an Encyclopedia Britannica.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly. Google it.
Okay. You had to get your fake news and indoctrination the old-fashioned way?
Back then, you consulted the old timer, because the old timers, granted, some of them didn't know their butt from a hole in the ground, but
Yeah, I think I'm listening to one right now.
yeah, well, I've done my time.
You ain't done this in 20 years. Oh, there you have it. What do you think?
I say crank up the boost.
You warranty it up to 800 horse?
If you can make 800 horses,
You're out of frame.
800 horses, I think you can have other issues.
So you're saying we should have done a rebuild, but instead we're just to help it get to its death faster?
It should, I mean,
Give it
what
the
was in the pan, it looks fine for now, but if you're constantly fogging this thing,
Oh, we would never.
yeah, there's a lot of billet stuff you could put in this thing, and some cool stuff you could spend money on if you want to.
For about 100 bucks in parts and a couple hours, if you know what you're doing, it's worth a shot.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to beat on this with the stock calibration. So with this, what they call this, a reprogramming kit or a ship correction package.
Yeah. And excited to see it, all that stuff in here.
Yep. We could hit it with some silver paint. Call it a aerosol overhaul.
I like it when they do purple.
Purple. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of purple.